It's November 2nd, 11 o'clock at night. I'm just going to have an honest conversation for a little bit. I'm reaching around the first year of trying to do my own mobile mechanic thing. And initially I started this off with a friend, but he's been busy doing his own thing, so he hasn't really been able to help. It kind of sucks because it's nice to have other people working with you to keep you motivated and things like that, help you out. But it is what it is. But I went to Guatemala around a month ago. And before I went to Guatemala, I had reached a point with doing this that I felt like I was wasting time. So I decided I was going to go back to a dealership. Now, I felt like I wasted my time because I spent most of my time trying to do big jobs. As you all have seen the videos, the engines and transmissions and stuff like that. Those are big jobs, and normally in like a shop environment, I could get it done in like a day. Even less than that on some cars like Hyundais. And some transmissions, like anything rear-wheel drive, is pretty much a day, half a day. It's pretty easy. But I was trying to spend my time and gear myself to doing that mobily. And to be honest, stuff went wrong. I mean, stuff goes wrong when you're taking engines and transmissions out of cars. It's a lot of stuff to remove at once, and stuff goes wrong. It's just part of the game. And the issue is when that stuff would go wrong, I had to get the job finished to get paid so I could even afford to buy anything to fix anything, because I hate doing a job and then finding something else or having something break while you take something apart and then having to charge the customer for it. I prefer to just eat that cost myself so the customer can be happy. It's why one-time use stuff exists. I mean, that's why when you go to a dealership, you get quoted astronomical numbers and they have all the nuts and bolts and stuff like that, because this stuff happens, especially where I'm at in the Rust Belt. Not entirely the Rust Belt, but stuff gets really rusty here because we have snow and everything. And stuff breaks. It's just part of the game. But my issue was I was trying to gear myself towards doing big jobs like that. And the realistic part of the matter is I, A, wasn't charging enough, and B, doing those big jobs just takes too long. Especially when you're doing them in someone's driveway, for Christ's sakes. And then you have to add on the fact that you don't have control over everything, and then you have multiple people calling you that want to get their cars worked on, but because you have to go back to the same job for multiple days, it adds up. So I've come to realize that realistically, a mobile mechanic should only do small stuff. It's why the dealership mechanics only do small stuff. But I sat down and did the numbers, which I can put up my bank statements and everything. To be completely honest, I'm horrible at money management, and that's part of my problem. But I did around 20K net revenue, give or take, and around 10K of that was profit. It was like $9,500 spent on parts, which, I mean, for a first year, in realistic perspective, I don't think is bad. Most businesses don't generate a profit on their first year. A lot of that money was spent on horrible money management, like eating out every night, but also spent on tools and other stuff like that to reinvest in the business. And on top of that, most of my business has been generated from an app called Nextdoor and word of mouth. I ran a few ads, but I've only put like $15 budgets for them, so they didn't really do anything. And part of that is I need to run real ads. I need to sit down and make real ads, not just basic little here and doodly diddly ads and then put $15 on them. video ads, stuff like that, and run real budgets on them, like $100, $200, stuff like that. That would actually probably scale the business more than anything else. But since I've gotten back from Guatemala, which was the 15th of October, I've been working for a dealership. And when I initially started working for myself, it was because I hated having to go to a shop, not necessarily a shop, but someone else's shop every day on their schedule, do what they say, do what they want you to do. I just hate it. I absolutely despise it. I don't know what it is, but forcing myself to work a regular job just drives me up a fucking wall. Being medicated has helped with that a lot, but it also still just eats at me. It eats at me and eats at me and eats at me. And over the past year, working for myself, we haven't necessarily struggled. We're lucky enough to be in the position that me, my lady, and my son live with my mother right now, so we don't have to pay rent. All we really have to worry about is her car payment, her car insurance, and the phone bill. And then I have to pay Snap-on every month. But that's almost paid off. It's only like $1,000 left. But working at a dealership has made me start dreading waking up every day again. It's made me want to, it's made me have outbursts basically as soon as I wake up. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And I guess when I initially started this, I had unrealistic expectations. I expected it to be a success. I expected in a year from now to be, or a year from last year, to be swimming in the money. Being able to really focus on doing good YouTube content and put all my time into YouTube. But since I've been working at a dealership, I haven't been able to record anything because I work at a dealership, and I just feel like I'm giving up on myself. Too early. It's only been a year. Now, thanks to stuff like YouTube, my expectations are ridiculous, but I don't know. Just feeling very lost. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.